Slim Chomps crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat, Slim Chomps crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat, Slim Chomps crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat, Slim Chomps crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat, Slim Chomps crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat, Slim Chomps crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat, Slim Chomps crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat, Slim Chomps crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold, first responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat, Slim Chomps crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet, from the fires of life to the gaming heat, Slim Chomps crew, come join the ride, with McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow, faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set, let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow. Faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow. Faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow. Faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow. Faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. adventure calls. The table is set, let's take the leap. Our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chop's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chop's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow. Faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet. From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold.
The following episode of Beyond the Quest is recorded live and is presented unedited. That means you're hearing it exactly as it happens, raw, real, and in the moment. As such, you may encounter raw and unfiltered moments, technical hiccups, or spontaneous conversations. You're going to hear from real-life first responders and people of the Christian faith. The views and opinions expressed by the host and guest are their own and do not necessarily reflect those of our sponsors, partners, or Slim Chance Gaming. Listener discretion is advised, and we thank you for joining us on the journey. Now sit back and enjoy the show.
And if you don't like it, find Jesus.
Good morning, everybody.
We're here. Well, it doesn't show Napkins, but he's there. Morning, Sleepy Ninja! How are you?
Why is it not showing me?
I
it's because
don't
we're
know.
on a different. It's because we're on a different call than we normally are, so my source is different.
Well, you know,
Morning, Mom.
things happened.
We
You
have
know
had
what?
a Monday today.
Things happened. There was a weed eater and a cow, and
Oh,
I don't
wait,
know.
No, that's not the reason. The reason is because I'm an idiot.
You said it. We was thinking it.
Okay, maybe that is. I don't know what's going on because
You broke it. You've been here 5 minutes and you broke it.
it shows me myself.
It shows you yourself. I don't even see you in the actual call, so.
Yeah, I don't see your camera at all.
But it, oh, well, no, now he's gone again. I tell you what. Is it because you had your Streamlabs before you opened the call?
Maybe.
Maybe. Watching on Taco's channel, trying to help him hit them 3 viewers. What about you?
I appreciate that.
He hits affiliate, then Moonpie's got to sing Timu Christmas.
That's true.
Okay, people are not going to see me today because I can't figure out my camera.
If it's not one thing, it's 500 more.
You right.
I know, because I said it. Not like me be wrong. Too bad you don't get to see Taco embrace his tank top.
Yep. Lord Revica says start virtual cam, then on the shared chat link, select OBS virtual cam. We're actually using Streamlabs instead of OBS right now, but yeah, appreciate trying to help there. I know you've got more experience with the streaming stuff than we do.
He's a big timer. Like, we have a celebrity in chat.
Yeah, for those who aren't familiar, Lord Revica also streams mostly the horror genre. He does a lot of 7 days. And some of his pals actually have a really cool mod on there that me and Medic were watching the other night.
It made 7 days look like an actual game. The graphics on 7 days are... I can kind of get by the graphics. It was the hitbox that drove me crazy.
Yeah, but that mod, it was legit. It seemed to be working exactly the way you want a game to work.
It looked purty. Napkins, are you still here?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
okay.
shows me my camera on my side. I don't know why.
It's a pain. Bum, 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 bum. How is everybody this morning? Besides wanting to slam my face into a wall, I'm okay. Awake.
I'm tired.
Sleepy Ninja's awake.
Sleepy Ninja's not so sleepy.
Whoa. Well, they can be awake and be sleepy.
That's true. Ooh.
Question is, are they ever really awake?
Ah.
Bum, bum, bum. Moon Pie is not here because Moon Pie doesn't love us anymore. It's a shame. We've already ran one off. But yet it doesn't surprise me. Lies. Went to Alabama and they've just conformed him.
I did speak to him this morning. According to him, and they're having trouble getting Wi-Fi to work, so... Yeah, he says if he had Wi-Fi, he'd be here.
He told me he would have Wi-Fi in Alabama.
Now, he's gonna see what the issue is today, and if it can be fixed, we'll still have Beyond the Brokenness tomorrow. But if it can't, we may have to cancel tomorrow's show.
That's what he says. You wait. He'll be playing Fortnite later. Did you get your world figured out there, Napkins?
I can't figure out why the camera ain't working, and I ain't closing the Streamlabs to try and fix it, so... Just no napkins today.
Oh, well.
On camera, anyway.
But you're here.
I'm here.
He's here.
Barely awake, but I'm here.
It took a hot minute, but he's here. Did you have a rough morning?
Yes. And no. At the same time.
Says Moon Pie's trying to send links and they got blocked.
Oh, Moon Pie.
Weird.
Oh, it's because he typed cancel.hour instead of separate words.
I haven't used Streamlabs in like 3 years, so I can't help with it. Yeah. We're pretty new to Streamlabs, actually.
Oh,
Anyway.
he got timed out for 30 seconds over that.
That's right, Moon Pie. Get put in your place.
What he tried to say was they didn't even remember we were coming. We got here and had to cancel our first night of revival to wait for them to cut down trees to park the camper. Wow. Now, I know it wasn't you trying to send a link. It was because you forgot to put a space. So, it made it into one.
Mama says I think I'm on tacos.
You might be. It says I have 6 viewers, so
Hey, that's more than 3.
that is.
Look
That's
at
great.
you. Affiliate on the way, son. Fat finger
Yeah,
problems.
nice.
Anyway. What you got on your brain this morning? Moon Pie ain't here. I'm so used to starting with Moon Pie. I guess we'll start with Napkins because I can't see him.
I have a lot of things on my brain this morning. Um, some things not quite ready to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but that'll be coming in a later episode, I guess.
Why am I so intrigued?
I just don't want to.
It's the mystery.
I don't want to jinx anything or spill anything too early, but just yeah, life's looking up.
Nice. You secretly own PMC now, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what I figured.
My
That's what I
work brain
figured.
said life's looking up, and I immediately started humming Always Look on the Bright Side of Life.
Now, Napkins, we can't see you, so you have to talk interesting today.
Talk interesting. I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
I don't know. Ask her. She's outside your door. Taco, what's on your brain?
Not a whole lot today. Thinking about what I might stream later, where Star Wars has given me so much trouble over the last month and a half. I might either go back to Yakuza 0 or just something random today.
I might try V Rising.
I considered it.
Might do it.
I didn't know if I wanted to do something that I really needed to pay attention to or something just more random and just play to play type of thing.
I hear that. I mean, every game you kind of have to play, so.
Yeah, but I meant more like League or COD or Halo or something. Where I'm just
Yeah.
hop in and play.
Gotcha.
Yeah, don't worry about the story type of thing.
No.
Oh, he says.
So, how was
Yeah.
y'all's Father's Day?
Well, I got to spend some time with Dado yesterday, and then the rest of it sucked because I didn't get to spend any of it with the kids.
Well, Napkins, your youngins decided that I deserved a Father's Day card because I have cats. That's exactly what they
Hey,
told me.
they gave me one too, and let's just say Jensen can draw pretty good pictures. It was like a perfect portrait, looked just like me. And he gave me a Slim Jim.
I got home and had cards from all of them and some Slim Jims and a bunch of mints. I don't know if they're trying
Yeah,
to say my breath stinks or what, but
they gave me two of those too.
then I slept for a while, got up, spent a little bit of the not a I didn't get to spend a whole lot of time with them, but I spent a little bit of time with them and ate, and then went to work.
Where you were so happy to be, you wouldn't leave. It's crazy.
Never met anybody who liked work that much.
They wouldn't
did,
give you guys the good candy. There was good candy.
I didn't even get candy.
I will say Saturday morning, Friday night. I did stay for um, a couple hours off the clock, but that was that was not company related.
Hey, now I miss being there.
Revica, you would have enjoyed the last month or so there. Due to issues at the station, several of us have taken to camping out in the bay instead of trying to stay inside. So it's looked like a shanty town inside the ambulance bay.
Wait, for non-work related reasons. I know what it is. I'm a genius. Yep, I know what it is. Done fooled your secret, Napkins. You're not sneaky enough.
So volunteering to stay over for non-work related reasons. What's her name?
There's a girl involved, has to be. I feel like starting a little town in the ambulance bay is. I feel like you'd be in like 7 days.
Like the starting town of an MMORPG.
All the
Yeah,
crackheads
it
walking off the street. Get
kinda
her!
has looked like one at times. That's true. Go kill 15 bugs. Come back to me when you're done.
That's gross.
Are you not going to answer their questions, Napkins? Leave them in
Not.
suspense.
I will leave it in suspense.
Okay. I will answer for you for now. Is that okay?
I don't know. It depends on your answer.
Shaklonda.
Shaglonda?
Yeah, I named a raptor Shaklonda on Ark yesterday, so that name's kind of stuck in my head.
Interesting. It's so unfortunate that we weren't able to get Cal in to mess around and test Ark survival the other night.
Yeah, guess what his Ark does, Napkins?
What?
The whole G-force errors again. Wah,
Did
wah,
he
wah.
try the hack we figured out?
He's on Game Pass. It's not Steam.
He got into the server world thing, but he had to re-download something. I don't remember what it was, and after that he kind of went ahead and got offline. By the way, speaking of Cal, everybody remember Wheeling, West Virginia in your prayers. They are getting really bad floods flooding away. I talked to Cal about 5 o'clock yesterday. As of then, there was 4 dead, 4 missing. Where he's at right now, he's okay, but he's kind of like flooded in from all sides right now. And they were giving rain. They're still giving rain for the rest of the week, is what he said. So definitely be remembering that in your prayers.
Definitely.
The street where we stopped at the little gas station there, you can't hardly see the gas station.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty rough.
And I guess a lot of people wasn't expecting it, and it came up so fast. Everybody's really struggling. They kind of like when it hit around here. There's tons of people that's just lost everything now. And you know, Cal, in his big heart, he's been trying to help people that he can. So
The people he can actually get out to.
yeah.
Yeah, for those wondering, that's part of the reason Cal doesn't stream very often is he has it in his head that he has to try and be a one-man superhero for Wheeling and do everything he can for everyone there.
Yeah, he was. What was it he was doing a couple weeks ago? He was planting a garden for one of his neighbors who's like 80-something years old.
Yeah, yeah, and one of his elderly neighbors.
Napkins,
mentioned to him
napkins, napkins. You can't keep everything hidden, especially from your other mama.
oh, Amy's getting involved. That may not end well for you, Napkins.
Secrets don't go well with Amy. I don't know what's the secret. I done told you. It's Shaklonda.
But yeah, the other day, Cal said one of his elderly neighbors mentioned wanting a garden, so he went over and dug a garden for him.
Yep, planted a whole garden for her. Get him, Amy. Uh-oh, you got both mamas on you.
Uh-oh.
We can't tell if he's scared. I can't see him.
No, like I said, I'm not saying anything.
He said he's not scared. I heard that.
It's still. I mean,
Wake up, Napkins.
I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm just not gonna say nothing.
He's not gonna say nothing. You can't see him. It's like he's not even here.
And he wasn't for a while.
He's still at work.
There's just
Taco's wearing his hat. Yes, he is wearing his hat.
Yes. I like the new hat. Thank y'all.
You want it from the birthday stream, sir?
Show here. And look, they even personalized it to me.
I gave up gardening to plant a dozen reaper plants, and then all the rain came down, and now I have dead twigs.
I know how much you love the hot and spicy stuff. Sorry about that, Revica.
Hot and spicy. I can't plant nothing in a garden.
He really loves the spicy stuff.
There's always repercussions.
He used to do some of the challenge stuff even at work and had no problem.
Did you ever do the one chip challenge, Revica?
If I'm not mistaken, he even did the I had a channel redemption ready for them all and stuff. Oh man. Pretty sure he did that one gummy bear one too that's supposed to be
The spicy
hotter.
gummy thing.
Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong there, but I think that's one of the things he's done. Every year I have 3 more ready for this summer. Wow.
Anyways, did we get anything submitted?
we've got a few. We don't have a whole lot.
The man don't want to spill the beans too early. From the way it sounds, it's still really early, and I respect him for that. So, Amy, for once, let it go.
Daggum.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, he did the Toe of Satan and Gummy Bear at the station.
He did the gummy bear one?
Yeah, Revica loves the spicy stuff.
She says for now.
Was the gummy bear the world's hottest gummy bear thing? Because it's supposed to be spicier than the one chip challenge.
I think so. I'm not certain on that, but I think so.
Oh no, the one chip challenge wasn't too bad until you rub the stuff in the eyeball and you can't see, you know what I mean? Yes, it was hotter. You, sir, have a gut of steel.
Yeah, he can handle a whole lot. It's pretty crazy.
Taco and Medic about died, don't lie. It was in my eyeball!
The chip was all the powder that ruined it, to be honest. I gotta agree, all that powder caught in the back of my throat, and it was miserable.
I put the powder in my eyeball on accident.
Not something you should do, to be honest.
Yeah. Did we get anything submitted, by the way?
I've already answered that question, Medic.
Well, I couldn't hear you because you're not here, so I keep thinking you're not here.
I said we have a few, not a bunch, but there is a few.
Some people's kids. You got that right. Hashtag Moonpie be proud.
Yep.
Anyways. Should we go ahead and address those?
We can if you want.
If I hear snoring, I'm going to be highly upset with you.
We'll get Peepaw to break down the door.
Tase him. That'd be a wake-up call.
Mama says,
Wake up!
Napkins.
Okay, so now it's time for Questers questions.
He's not here. His heart wasn't in that at all. Usually it makes my liver
Napkins, the
quiver.
new nickname.
This one comes from Dave, and it's addressed to McMedic.
Yay! What does Dave have to say? Sleeping napkins.
He says, have to say I was a little let down by the B-Day stream.
Rip.
Was a lot of dead time, no games or anything going on. I tried to stay and watch, but I just couldn't stay hooked watching. Wasn't it? I was expecting a little more, to be honest.
Yeah, well, I was too, Dave. There was problems. Cut a man's slack, Dave.
We did have a lot of issues with several things we tried to do at the start of it, especially.
Where's your 12-hour stream at, Dave? Send it to me. Come on, Dave. Things happened. There was problems. League messed up. God awful. No other games would work. I was getting aggravated. But I still had fun. I thought Repo was a hit.
Well, I've heard about Out of Moon Pie.
It was fun.
I've heard a lot of feedback on Repo, but Repo was near the end of the stream, so if he didn't hang
Sure.
out, then he wouldn't have seen that. And I'm just saying, Dave, it's your own fault that you missed out on some awesome prizes.
True. True. Take that, Dave.
Like this hat I'm wearing.
And anybody else that dipped out missed when that cake smacked my face. You could hear it.
I am sad I missed the cake smash.
Juke actually
I
clipped it on my
physically-
channel.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Physically could not go any longer.
Juke clipped it on my channel for me. So the plan was, let me explain this, because the wife asked how we're gonna do this because she won't get on camera, and I was like, well, I'm gonna have to show you how to end the stream because I'm gonna have cake in my face, okay? And she's like, okay. So I show her everything. So soon as that cake, legit, she took me serious. She smacked me in the face like you hear a smacked it. And then instead of ending stream or anything, she lays on the floor laughing so hard that all you hear is her laughing and saying, you can hear the smack. I can't help you. So here I am with cake in my face, trying to end the stream. Can't see what I'm doing. Icing in my eyeball. But it tasted good. And it hit so hard. I don't know what she smacked me with. It wasn't cake. There was no indent in the cake. Just icing. I don't even think it was cake.
I was gonna say it probably wasn't even actually cake.
I think it was just a cardboard box she just smacked me in the face with. It was falling.
Rebecca says he's going to have to watch that VOD.
It is clipped on the channel, and I'm going to have to... I don't know if I have to do anything with that to put it... I don't know. It's also in our Discord. Because Juke sent me the clip. He said that was worth the entire stream.
I had to make sure it didn't just fall in your lap.
Lies. She enjoyed smacking me in the face with that.
She probably just took a cardboard box, covered it in whipped cream, said nobody will know, and smacked you in the face with it.
It had some force behind it. Sure did. Braxton
Reminds
come
me of
in
that.
here and was like,
Sure
could
thing,
hear
Rebecca.
that
We'll send it
smack.
to you.
and then he was amazed that there was no imprint in the cake whatsoever. And he was like, is this frozen?
Yeah, we'll get you added
So.
to the Discord as soon as we can.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Dave, I appreciate you for coming to the channel, though.
Stick out your pipe and smoke it, Dave.
Dave.
I'm in a very unique mood this morning.
I know, it's like you're not even here.
Listen, medic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna yell at you next.
Oh, well, okay. I can't see you, so it doesn't count.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. It's a
There
true
you
story.
go, Rebecca. It should have the link in the chat now if you want to join the Discord. I think, anyhow.
Right. This next one comes from Scott, and he addresses this to everyone. And he says, you're in a horror movie, but the killer is a twisted version of your own personality. What's their name, and what's their murder method?
I was trying to find the. Hang on a second. I was trying to find the cake thing. I don't see it now. I'll get it posted on there somehow.
I was gonna say I didn't see it in the Discord, but
That's where I got the notification for it. That's where it was because I clicked it.
Under the General tab, according to Sleepy Ninja.
Under the General tab.
oh, I see it.
Okay, well, as long as
Cake
you all
to
see
the
it.
face.
Yeah, there it is. Ha ha! Way to go, Sleepy Ninja. You're on it.
Yeah, he's on top of things.
Anyway, what was the question? Something about a horror game, and there's. What?
You're in a horror movie.
Uh-huh.
The killer is a twisted version of your own personality.
Is his name Dave?
What's their name and what's their murder method?
Dave, to ruin your self-esteem. Thanks, Dave.
How does that work as a murder method?
Depression's real, bro. Kills you from the inside.
Kills
Let
you
that
from
sink
the
in.
inside out.
Yeah, let that sink in. That was deep.
I'm trying to think of what their name would be.
Dave, I told you. Oh,
What
yours.
about for mine?
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's hear it.
I can't think of a name, but they would create the most delicious food possible and poison you with it.
Wow.
Murder method.
Wow.
Napkins just replied to your email. Want me to post the response publicly?
I don't care. That's up to you.
There's so many secrets going on this morning. I don't like it.
Somebody name my twisted alter ego murderer.
Burrito!
There we go, burrito.
Taco. Killed by burrito.
What about you, Napkins?
He's not even here. Oh, wow. He's really not here.
I'm here. Talking to Vet in the background just a second.
Waiting on your serial killer. Cereal. Firefighter tortilla.
Firefighter. I like
That is the worst nightmare ever.
That's a much better name for a twisted killer version of me.
Especially because you love firefighters.
Hose draggers.
If anyone did not claim their giveaway, it will be forfeited. The terms of that is in your email. Give them a deadline and move on.
Okay. Well,
Good.
there's your answer, Medic.
Good, because I was wondering about that.
Alright, so I'm in a horror movie. The killer is a twisted version of my own personality. What's their name and their murder method?
Mm-hmm.
I would say that their name would definitely have to be Napkins because, you know, that's not my real name, but I feel like if it was my own twisted personality, they would adopt that.
Paper towel.
Their murder method, I feel like, would be pointing out flaws in your own logic until it eventually drove you insane.
Wow.
Driving you to,
Napkin sounds
know.
like a real jerk.
you know, like how I used to point out companies' flaws in their own policy and use it against them. That kind of thing.
Yeah, I got you.
So instead of it being a twisted version of you, it's just you.
Hey, you ain't got to call me out like that.
Wow. The reusable napkin.
That's a good. I like that question though. That's a good one.
All right.
All right.
Our next one comes from our very own Faith Pulse.
Faith Pulse!
And he addresses this to everyone. And he says, "You're now sponsored by the worst product you've ever bought. And how do you sell it with a straight face?"
If only we had headlights for shoes. Worst product I ever bought? That's a hard one because I've bought a lot of crap before.
It's true.
Worst product I ever bought. Altwoods.
And how do you sell it with a straight face?
Put a little catchy card in there, and you got to sell it by telling them it's a catch-all. Will solve everything.
Old gaming chair. Hashtag junk.
Truth.
What is it with all these hard questions?
Right?
Yeah, I'm really curious to hear yours, Napkins.
I'm just gonna go with the most recent junk I've bought that was stupid.
That was
And
stupid.
That'd probably be my underglow light kit I bought for the car that advertised it's great in all weather. It handles the water, the rain, the snow. It fell off within the first 30 minutes of installing.
But you got to sell it straight face.
So selling it with a straight face. Do you need some lights that won't stick at all? Order these light strips. You will be thoroughly disappointed.
Makes me want to buy them.
Exactly.
Taco? You've ordered a lot of stuff from Temu. You have to have something.
The only thing that was really bad that I've gotten from them was the first multi USB port thing that I got for my old laptop. I don't know how to sell that to people because that's not a common thing people need. And
Do you need more connections? Buy this. You will still need them.
not enough space on your computer to plug in all your accessories. Get this. It'll work for 2 minutes.
Hey, that's 2 minutes that you didn't need it.
Yeah, 2 minutes that your mouse worked for you.
What about it?
All right, moving on. Movie Junkie 89
Movie junkie.
addresses this to everyone, and he says, if your internal monologue was narrated by a celebrity, but it's the worst possible match for your personality, who's the voice inside your head?
See, the one I would want to go with would be like Andy Samberg. But
That's actually a good
I
pick.
feel like that's too good of a match. So I'm going to go with James Earl Jones.
I would probably have to say Ryan Reynolds, because that's like the complete opposite of my personality.
Yeah, you need like Eeyore.
Brad Garrett, which I just realized most people probably don't know who Brad Garrett is.
Yeah, you know too many names.
That's the actor who played the brother on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, yeah, that seems pretty fitting.
I'm gonna say Winnie the Pooh.
Tommy Lee Jones. That would be a fitting one for me. I like that.
Winnie the
My
Pooh?
reason for Winnie the Pooh is because he's always calm, cool, collected, has all the answers, never gets upset, and I'm the exact opposite.
What are you talking about?
I go from 0 to 100. All it takes is one person driving slow in the fast lane. All it takes is one customer service agent who talks to me like I'm an idiot. All it takes is one person who doesn't know their own company's policy.
I feel like
I
a
know it
trigger just
better
got
than them
flipped.
as a consumer, and I'm just,
Not as a consumer.
it's going down. Winnie the Pooh ain't gonna be able to save you. You know what I mean?
What's your napkins?
Things that Watts his napkins.
I'm telling you.
That was a nice little segue into that, wasn't it? All right. Let's see here.
What's your napkins?
Chad, the website is being awfully slow this morning.
Daggone, Chad.
You only had to fix TeamSpeak for us first.
Well, we all can't be perfect like Chad.
Well, I bet he never even fixed your Streamlabs, did he?
Nope, it's still broke.
Way to go, Chad. Way to go.
All right. Oh,
Oh.
McMedic.
Huh?
You ain't gonna like this one.
Oh, man. All right.
This one comes from XX Saving You Now XX from Tennessee.
Oh, of course.
They addressed this to Slim Chance Gaming as a whole.
Okay.
They said, "Who edits your guys' YouTube videos? They seriously need to learn to make them a little more engaging and custom thumbnails per video."
Hurtful.
That's it. That's all it is.
Well, I try and edit. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning. So, ooh.
And any videos that I've uploaded, they don't get custom thumbnails. They get generic ones that YouTube suggests.
I am looking into taking like some classes to learn the software better to edit better.
All right.
Why is everybody picking on me today? I don't like it.
I mean, let's look on the bright side, though. That's somebody who's actually watching videos on our YouTube.
Or a video.
Yeah. At least
Adam addressed this to everyone, and he said, "Okay, guys, looking for advice.
Okay, Adam, what you got?
Here we go.
Oh boy.
Me and my girlfriend are getting pretty serious. My problem is she has a kid who is young, but she doesn't correct him and things. So to say his behavior is wild is an understatement. I don't want to overstep or make her mad, so how do I go about this?"
You're saying he's spoiled. Never gets in trouble. In all honesty, you sit down, have a conversation with her that something's gonna have to change.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a conversation with her about.
Don't
If
just
you
like
are-
beat him in front of her. That won't go over well.
If you all are in this together for the long haul, you definitely have to figure out what your role is in raising this kid and everything. So you have to have a serious conversation, even if it's difficult or awkward. Revica said, "Don't feel bad. 4 years and I barely do anything with YouTube." Hey, we try and upload stuff. We're just apparently mediocre at it.
Bad. Just bad. Napkins, what was your answer? Be honest. Get brutal.
You're gonna have to sit down and have a conversation with her. It's gonna be awkward. Tensions are gonna rise. Tempers are liable to rise because let's be honest, there's not a parent out here that wants to hear that they're a bad parent. But
But
if you want to actually get serious as far as the relationship, then you're gonna have to have the talk.
if she doesn't accept your talk, then she's not the one for you.
True.
Whoa, mama with the knowledge drop. Wah, wah, wah.
Bam, bam.
And I'll say that's actually a really good point. Like, if you guys are getting as serious as you claim, and if you guys care for each other like you think you do, then she is gonna accept it. She might not at first, but you ain't gotta go in and just be like, "You're a terrible parent. You suck. Your kid's a brat. He's gonna wind up in prison."
There's
You
ways to
gotta-
word it there, Napkins.
You ain't gotta do all that, but maybe just like gently point out some things.
See, Revica says you come home to get peace from the world, not to add more stress to it. The wife says maybe she doesn't know how to go about discipline and talk about it and talk it out.
Yeah, I think both of those are great points.
Communication is key.
Yeah, you've got to talk to her about, hey, we've got to start setting some boundaries and teaching the kid how to behave and stuff. And, if she's willing to listen to that, that's going to help give you peace at home. And if she's not, then you're just going to have more stress.
Just a little caveat, though. Maybe don't refer to him as the kid. I just had to throw that in there.
Well,
But no, seriously, like, I don't want to undersell this. Like, do not go into it thinking it's going to be rainbows and butterflies, because
mamas can be very territorial.
Yeah, and it's going to be a little awkward. It's going to be a little uncomfortable, but it's a serious talk you need to have if you want to get serious.
Yep. Truth.
All
You're
right.
welcome. We saved your relationship.
Our final.
It depends how she was raised. She may not have been truly disciplined growing up.
That's true.
Truth. Look at napkins.
And then again, though, let's be honest. She might not have been truly disciplined growing up, but it could be the exact opposite. Somebody that was raised really, really stern typically flips that and says, I'm not going to put my kid through that. I'm not going to raise my kid that way. I'm going to let them breathe and be a kid. And in reality, they raise a brat.
True.
Possibly.
You don't want your child to be one of these entitled woke people.
Medic's wifey, flip-flops. And mama, hey, flip-flops when you have to. Yeah.
Poor napkins.
I'm just saying, it's a different place now. And if they consider hot sauce on the tongue child abuse, I would hate to see what would happen about the flip-flop.
I'd take the flip flop over the pinch to the arm. Just saying.
Yeah.
But when you
I wouldn't
combine
go
both
through
of
that
those,
either, but-
can you say PTSD? You know what always got me? When you had to go pick your own switch out and it was never good enough.
But it was all in love. Hey, the Bible says that if you love your child, you discipline them.
Yep.
So.
Truth. Napkins.
All right. At least for now, our final Quester's question, or I guess it should be changed to Quester's submission, because not all these are questions. Some of them's just hurtful statements.
Truth.
What
We get
was
a
his name again? Scott. Dave.
Scott Dave.
It was Dave. Dave. Hurtful.
Jeez, Dave, I'm gonna call you Scott from now on.
And saving you now.
Yeah, hurtful.
Ain't nobody gonna save you.
Yeah, where's your YouTube videos at, huh?
Yeah. Show me your professional YouTube videos. He sends us one that's like movie quality.
Yeah? Well, you want to edit ours?
All right. This one comes from Faith Pulse,
Faith Pulse!
and he addresses this specifically to McMedic.
Uh-oh.
He says, all right, ... I missed the birthday stream.
Yep, I noticed I didn't see your name there, buddy.
Throw tomatoes, spoon me, call me Chad. I deserve it.
Call me Chad.
But
I love how that has become a thing across all of our stuff is Chad.
he says, but to earn a silver of a sliver. No, it says silver. Sliver. No, it says sliver. But to earn... My glasses are dirty. To earn a sliver of redemption, here is a question for you.
Okay.
If your life was narrated by a cartoon character for 24 hours, who would it be, and how fast would you lose your mind? Go.
Johnny Bravo.
Bonus points if you can do the voice.
Oh, I forgot how Johnny Bravo sounds. I'm thinking. I can picture him. He's got like, I don't know. Does he kind of sound like Elvis?
Yeah, kind of. Hey, pretty mama. What's happening?
Yeah, like that. Hey, pretty mama. What's happening? Yep, Johnny Bravo. And I'd probably lose my mind with like, I'd give it an hour.
Taco.
Cartoon character.
There's more to his submission, but I will read it after Taco answers.
Okay.
No problem, Rivika.
Thanks for swinging by, homie.
Yeah. I would probably go
Woo,
with
and a
Mr.
follow.
Burns.
You gotta drive the boo-boo bus.
I can't do the voice for Mr. Burns, unfortunately. It's just too soft and hissy for me to do.
Soft
But
and
I would
hissy.
lose my... Yeah, you know Mr. Burns from The Simpsons?
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. I can't really do it.
I just want to try and get you to try it.
I would lose my mind probably within 2 or 3 hours.
Oh, 3 hours. That's pretty high.
All right, so mine would most definitely have to be Mojo Jojo.
I was expecting you to say SpongeBob. I don't know why.
And I think I can make it the full 24 hours.
Oh, yeah, I could with Mojo Jojo. Just because I would be repeating it. He'd yell something, and then I'd yell it.
All right, the last part of Faith's submission says, "For real, I'm really sorry I missed it. Happy birthday, man. I bet it was awesome. P.S. I saw the clip of your face getting smacked with the cake."
Yeah, take that, Dave. It was awesome. You hear that? No, you wouldn't. I would kill you. Whoa.
Wow.
Wow. That escalated. Can we go back to flip-flops? Who's Dave?
Yeah, Moon Pie messaged me and said he's had trouble staying on the show.
Dave basically said that my birthday stream was terrible and that I'm a loser. Thanks, Dave. Must have been when I was kicked. Yeah, maybe. You didn't miss much. It was just Dave.
Even Moon Pie enjoyed the repo.
Repo's hilarious. It was really hard to play without laughing, though. It's not very nice, Dave.
It says you have ads starting in 40 seconds.
Yes. That's what it do say. Be a good time for a professional commercial, Napkins.
Repo was awesome.
I enjoyed Repo. That was funny.
I wish I had been.
We actually went back and tried to play some more of it, and we did beat the second level. Third level, no.
All it took was a little bit of taco to help beat the second level.
Yeah.
Nvidia is gonna have to fix their crap though, because even I'm having trouble with games crashing constantly or not loading.
Besides League during my stream, I've not had issues. Makes no sense. But I don't have like Nvidia set on League, Arc, or Tiny Tina's to do the optimization crap. Bum ba da ba bum. Napkins.
Yes.
It seems the ads are getting ready to play. Cleared his throat.
This episode of Beyond the Quest is proudly brought to you by Angry Vet Nation, a non-profit community led by veterans and first responders dedicated to helping others in the service community step into the world of streaming, gaming, and content creation. If you've served or supported from the front lines and you're looking to tell your story, build your brand, or just find your tribe, AVN has your back. They offer mentorship, networking, and real support to help you thrive in the digital world while staying grounded in purpose. Check them out at angryvetnation.org. Angry Vet Nation. Frontline born, creator driven.
Ooh, that was a good one. You got 2 minutes. Go again. We still have G2A?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay. My bad. My bad.
They're a little bit more strict as far as what I have to say. So
Oh, okay. He's working on it. Do.
this episode is brought to you by G2A, your ultimate destination for digital gaming deals. Whether you're looking for PC games, console titles, software, or in-game items, G2A has what you need at prices that won't break the bank. With instant delivery, secure checkout, and thousands of titles to choose from, G2A helps you get back to what matters most, gaming. So if you're hunting for your next favorite game or looking to save on that AAA title you've been waiting on, check out g2a.com and level up your gaming experience today. That's g2a.com or visit Beyond the Quest and click the G2A link under sponsorships. G2A, level up your gaming experience today.
Whoa.
So professional.
Come from Napkins. What do you expect? While the ads are finishing up, says it's got like 45 seconds left or so. I do want to give a huge thank you to AVN for sponsoring that birthday stream. I had fun.
We actually have one more.
Oh, you have another one?
I do.
Well, I love
it's a
AVN and
big
Vet
one.
loves me. Go ahead.
This stream is powered by. Oh, hang on. Sorry. This stream is powered by ROG, Republic of Gamers, the brand that sets the gold standard in elite gaming hardware. Whether you're chasing frames in high-stake matches or diving into immersive single-player worlds, ROG delivers the performance, speed, and reliability you need. From powerful gaming laptops and desktops to cutting-edge graphics cards, monitors, and peripherals, ROG is built by gamers for gamers. So every click, every frame, and every victory is flawless. Join the Republic and experience what it means to game without limits. Learn more at rog.asus.com. That's rog.asus.com.
Well, I didn't expect that one.
Know that.
It's a new one.
Woo! That's pretty sweet. Do they love me? Anyways. What's on your brains? Napkins has a lot on his brain. He just doesn't talk about it all.
I can't talk about it right now.
Is it all the same thing?
I mean, my job is stupid.
Okay.
So there's that.
Mm-hmm.
The state of Kentucky's stupid.
Okay.
The hiring process that they've made now for all dispatchers is stupid.
Okay. Is that still like ongoing?
Well, I was literally told, I asked for an update, and they said it's going to be a minimum of 6 weeks to 6 months.
For
And
an
I said-
update on the hiring process?
I said to get officially hired, and they said yes.
That
Good.
doesn't make sense.
Good thing they're not in a hurry, huh?
Well, let me break this stupidity that is the state of Kentucky down for you here. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to work in a 911 center or any kind of law enforcement capacity, for people that don't know, in the state of Kentucky, a 911 center is a branch of law enforcement. You are technically considered an auxiliary officer. You have a badge number and everything. So you have to go through the Kentucky Law Enforcement Council hiring process. The first step of that is to get a federal background check with fingerprints. After that's done and comes back clear, you go to what's called Phase 1 testing. Phase 1 testing is where they do a suitability screen, they do a PTSD screen, all kinds of crazy stuff like that. Anxiety, depression, they test it all. They then have to wait for that to come back. And in the state of Kentucky, I don't know why, probably because we're in the Stone Ages, they only send those results by U.S. mail. No other way. So the center then has to wait for them to get those results back. Once they get those results back, then they schedule you for phase two testing. Phase two testing consists of a drug test and a polygraph. The polygraph, you have to do a 200 questionnaire um, before you even go. Then, whenever you go, that can take anywhere, they can pick as many questions or as few questions as they want now. So it can go anywhere from an hour to 6 hours.
Okay.
They will ask you a bunch of weird, awkward, and random questions based off of what you've put on your 200 page or your 200 questionnaire. Um, and then that, by the way, they only schedule two a day. And there's only, in our area, there is only three places you can get it done. And that's Hazard, Ashland, or Richmond. That's the only three places, and they only schedule two a day. Now, those two a day is for dispatchers, that's for call takers, and that's for law enforcement. So you can imagine how quick that those go. Once you do that, then they take up to a week before they read your results, which goes to another place and they finalize your results. And then they send those results to your center by, you guessed it, US mail, aka snail mail. Once they get that back, they then call you in for a final interview. The final interview is where they go over your phase one and phase two. Um, and they see, if you passed or failed or all that stuff. What the Kentucky Law Enforcement Council does is they take your results and they say either we recommend you hire this person or we don't recommend you hire this person. And then it's up to the specific center on whether or not they want to proceed with you or not. So it is possible that you go through all this bull crap just for the center to say, you know what, actually, we're going to pass.
We've decided to go in a different direction.
Yep, but the thing that doesn't make sense is why they insist on using the polygraph testing, since now that's not even admissible as evidence in court because they've proven they can be fooled.
The reason for the polygraph is I asked the first time that I had to do all this, which was the first time I worked at the 911 center. And what I was told is it's to see how reliable of a witness you would be in the event that you get put on the stand.
Random. Sleepy Ninja, did you get your shirt yet?
I can answer that and say, according to the tracking number, no.
What? It better not get messed up in the mail.
But yeah, so the reason why it didn't used to be like this was because the first time I worked at the 911 center, and this apparently all just changed like this year or very recently, this year or the last year, somewhere in there. But anywho, before the center could go ahead and hire you, have you working, and they had up to a year to get your phases done. And you were just on a probationary period until your phases got done. In the event that you failed your phases, then they could let you go for those reasons. So, yeah, that's now though, because the new law that got put in place by our wonderful bluegrass state of dumbness, they cannot even give you an official job offer until you've been through all the phases. And my thing is, if you're paying somebody that all they do is travel around and give polygraphs, schedule them for the entire workday, not for just 2 hours. Not for just
yeah,
two
but they
slots.
can take up to 6 hours. That would be 12 hours total.
I'm just saying, the first time I had to do the polygraph, They was not only doing 2, they was doing 4, and I was the only one that showed up, and that made that dude very angry.
Probably only gets paid on for the ones that show.
Probably.
Anyways, what else? Watching napkins?
Everything.
Everything. Anything
Let's talk about the
specifically?
postal service for a minute.
They stupid.
They
Since
are.
we on the
I'm not a
topic,
fan
they
of
want to
it.
keep raising their prices, but they can't even deliver service that actually works.
Yeah, I've said many times that it's ridiculous that we've made it to where they have more control than most law enforcement agencies in this country, but yet they're completely unreliable for anything.
By the way, napkins, did you hear? I went to go get my oil changed, and they wanted $200 to change my oil.
Where did you go?
Mr. Tire.
They claim
Yeah, don't worry.
they claim that's their corporate rate.
Yep.
If I was gonna go get my oil changed somewhere, I would either go to Gary's Express Lube in Martin, hashtag not a sponsor, or Fast Lane, Fast Change,
Well, it was
Fast Lube, whatever they're calling themselves now.
well, I didn't want to go there because they got caught not long ago not even putting oil back in the vehicle. I was going to go to Gary's, but he was closed. And so instead, I just bought the stuff to change my oil myself.
There you go.
Hashtag still have to do it.
Let's talk about how spoiled my car is for a minute. You want to?
It spoiled your car?
Apparently, it's just a thing with the Infinities. Like they're very,
High maintenance bougie?
yes.
Just
So,
like napkins.
speaking of Friday, whenever I stayed over 2 hours off the clock, uh, I was in the parking garage, right? And whenever you first start my car, it's a little loud till it gets warmed up. Um, and my car has this thing that's called assisted exit and assisted entry, which basically means whenever the keys turned off and you open up the driver, or when you turn off the car until you open the driver door, the timer for like the headlights and all that stuff does not start. Um, because my headlights are automatic, but whenever you turn the car off, they come on just like almost every automatic headlight car to so that you can see your way to your house. They're on a 30-second timer. What I was not aware about, unless that assisted exit that I was talking about or assisted entry, unless that's happened, which is where you open the driver door, your steering wheel pulls up out of your way, and your driver's seat will scoot back all the way so you can get in and out easily. Um, unless that process has started, the timer for your automatic lights does not start. Well, I was sitting in my car, so I'd started it, was sitting talking, and turned my car off so that we could hear each other talk without screaming, and didn't think. Well, actually, I didn't know until afterwards about my headlights. Until the person I was talking to was like, "Hey, you realize your headlights are still on?" So I went to try and turn them off, and they wouldn't go off. And I was like, "What in the world?" Well, about that time, my interior lights kind of flash, and I was like, I bet my battery just died. So I tried to start my car, and it in fact was dead because I'd sit for 2 hours with my headlights on. So the place I work at, the wonderful hospital that we've talked about so much on this show, has a security department that has boost boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So I call him and I'm like, "Hey, I need a boost," and he's like, "Okay, I'll be right there." They
Mall
send this
cop on the
kid out.
way.
Yeah, they send this kid out who could be no older than 18. And looks like it's his first job ever. Thinks he's hot crap. You know what I mean? You know the kind I'm talking about.
You know the kind.
Anywho, he hooks up this boost box, and you can't see me, but I'm air quoting hooks up. And he's like, let it charge for a minute and then try and start it. Well, that's not how a boost box works. That's the whole point of it being called a boost box. So I try and start it. It doesn't start. I ask him, I'm like, are you sure you got it hooked up the right way? He's like, yeah, it's hooked up the right way. And I'm like, okay. He's like, just let it charge for a minute. It'll start. So I give it a couple seconds, try it again. It doesn't start.
We said a
And
minute.
I'm like, are you positive that you have those clamps on good? He's like, yeah, man. He said, this happens all the time. We'll try it one more time. If it doesn't work, then you'll have to find somebody with booster cables. He said, I can have Central Dispatch send over a PD officer. They can boost you. And I was like, okay. So
Okay.
I try and start it again. It doesn't work. And I get out and I'm like, can I try something? And he goes, yeah, man, go ahead. And I get to looking, and you know the rubber piece that's over your positive
Did he
terminal?
hook it on top of the rubber?
He sure did. So I pull that rubber piece off. I put the clamp on. It sparks a little bit, as one does whenever it's hooked up correctly. Get in my car, hit the start button, starts right up. But here's where my car being spoiled comes in.
This is a big lead up.
My dashboard looked like a Christmas tree, son. There was not one light in my car. There was lights on I didn't know existed. So I have one of those readers that you keep plugged in constantly, and it can Bluetooth to your phone. I hooked it to my phone, and I'm paraphrasing here, but it basically said, "I think I'm dying. Put me on life support." Like if it was a sensor that could be tripped, it was tripped, and I was like, "What in the world?" So I Google search it, and Google's like, yeah, that's a spoiled car breed, and if the battery dies, it thinks that it's ready for the junkyard. So I clear them all, and knock on wood, as of right now, the only thing that has not gone away is the airbag malfunction light. It thinks I hit something apparently,
Probably did.
so
That's
gonna
not a
have
good
to
thing.
get that looked at.
Yeah.
Well, maybe while you're at it, you can fix mine. So.
But the reason why I tell that story is what reminded me of it was right after all that happened. I was driving home and my car goes ding, ding, ding. And I was like, what now? And I look down and it's like, change your oil, stupid.
Yeah, mine's like reading 0. And I don't know if that's the reason, but for some reason now my cruise control won't work.
Is your check engine
That's
light
odd.
on?
Yes.
That would be why.
I'm assuming because the oil needs changed.
I've got a reader. We can plug it in.
Well, you're not here. Remember? Anyways. What else is on your brains?
Nothing.
Nothing.
What about your brain?
I saw an interesting video. We may lose viewership because of. So you all know who Charlie Kirk is, right?
Yes.
No.
So he
He's-
explain it
He's
real
the
quick.
conservative guy who goes to all the college campuses and
Uh,
tries to
ooh.
actually teach them
Makes them look
history and
stupid?
then debates
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah, he just makes them look stupid. That's all you got to say.
Well, you know how in a lot of his, it's like a lot of trans and
Woke people.
woke people that argue with him and all this. Well, Rob Schneider was with him, and they are wanting to argue with Charlie or whatever, So this guy was at the mic or whatever and was saying that he thinks every child should have a say in what gender that they want to be. And Charlie gets ready to talk, and Rob Schneider said, "Can I answer?" And they were like, "Okay." And he said, "Well, let me ask you this. If my little boy believes he's a pirate, do I chop his leg off and poke his eye out so that he has a peg leg and has to wear an eye patch?" And the guy was like, "Well, no, that's different because," and he said, "No, it's not different. Just because he believes he's a pirate doesn't make him an actual pirate." And the guy said, "Well, I think to a degree, every child should get a say." And he said, "Okay, so where do we draw the line at? Where I chop his leg off or where I poke him in the eye? You tell me and we'll draw that line." And I was like, "Holy moly. Never thought of it that way, but okay. Works."
Rob Schneider has actually become very conservative in the last several years. And he's stirred up a lot of controversy with
He
his
has.
new material doing stand-up because of it.
Jelly Roll stirred up a lot of controversy too, because he
Oh, yeah?
said he ain't doing anything with Pride Month because that month shouldn't be celebrated whatsoever anyway.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh. I did think of something that I wanted to tell Napkins about. I found a new demo for a game that I think you
New
might enjoy.
creepy, scary games that make
Yep.
me scream like a girl and pee
What
my
game?
pants.
What game?
It's
What game?
called No, I Am Not Human, I think is what the name was.
I've not even
It's
looked it up. I don't want to.
Yeah, it's not fully out yet, but I pulled it up and looked at it on Steam, and just something about the art style they chose. It's unsettling.
Don't want to know.
Oh yeah.
If Chad would fix Streamlabs, maybe he could stream. How dare you? How dare you give in to that and give him more weird, scary things to play? The last one he streamed, I still don't like. And
Mortuary
it
assistant.
scared him. It scared you.
It did scare me a couple
Well,
times. You're right.
if it scares you, then it's definitely gonna scare me.
At one point, I'm pretty sure I legitimately screamed and kind of prayed in the same sentence.
We all
I
cried.
know when you played the demo of it, because I got to watch that one. At one point, you were just screaming Mary and Joseph over and over, and that was kind of funny.
I probably
So-
shouldn't download stuff while I'm streaming, huh?
Yeah, probably not.
It's installed.
Yeah, it wasn't a big thing. It's just a little demo.
So, it's still in the air as of right now for tomorrow. Is that what you said?
Yeah, we're supposed to hear back from Moon Pie later when he sees if he can get the Wi-Fi to work or not.
Okay.
If he's not able to, we will have to cancel, unfortunately.
Okay. And that will be
Um,
posted on everything?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, all the socials, including Facebook.
Y'all just one last thing, one last caveat for me.
Uh-huh.
Y'all keep me and the boys in your prayers. We got some important things coming up this week. Well, actually, all the way up until school starts back is crazy amount of stuff. We've got another court date coming up on Wednesday. Jackson has to see the behavioral specialist again on Wednesday. Jensen's got to see an eye doctor and dentist. Jackson will be having surgery. They have tubes put in his ears. Jonah sees an ENT over his tonsils next month. Jonah has to have 2 dental surgeries. There's a lot going on in the Napkins household, so just keep us all in your prayers, especially for Wednesday.
Will do. And like I mentioned earlier, everybody keep Cal and that whole community in West Virginia in your prayers. They're dealing with some major flash flooding, a lot of devastation. Last I heard, 4 dead, 4 missing. So, yeah. Anything else, fellers?
Just keep your eyes out for alerts about Beyond the Brokenness tomorrow, and I know Medic mentioned possibly streaming some today, and I'm gonna try to at some point. So keep your eyes out for that.
Napkins, any plugs to throw? Or pull? Or put in? I don't know how you word that.
Check out beyondthequest.com. Check out slimchancegaming.com.
That's a
At
thing now!
At beyondthequest.com, you can submit all your questions, comments, piercing, critical insights. No matter how hurtful, we will read them all. You might not like our response, but we will read them. Dave. Seriously though, join our Discord. Everybody's welcome. Davis-ministries.com, Davis Ministries fam on Facebook, not to be confused with social media. All the things, all the places.
The things and the places.
SlimChanceGaming.com will have a way you can reach us as a group as well as individually. It has a link to all of our Twitches, all of our YouTube, our group YouTube, our Discord. All that can be found at SlimChanceGaming.com. So check out our content, or don't. But I mean,
you can check out our YouTube, but the editing's pretty trash. Apparently,
pretty god awful.
Yeah.
You check out our YouTube and let us know if he was right with his hate mail.
And if you know how to edit really good on YouTube, contact me.
Yeah, if you're interested in helping
I have
out.
questions.
We can't pay you, but we'll appreciate it.
Teach me. Anyways, till maybe tomorrow.
Maybe.
Till next time.
Maybe.
Love y'all. Jesus loves you more. Bye!
From the first light to the game's last stand, we're chasing truth with controller in hand. Faith, adventure, stories untold. First responder, hearts brave and bold. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the journeys meet. From the fires of life to the gaming heat. Slim Chomp's crew, come join the ride. With McMedic, Napkins, and Taco as your guide. Beyond the quest, where the stories grow. Faith, fire, and games in the world we know. Adventure calls, the table is set. Let's take the leap, our best quest yet.